Hello and welcome to this edition of ONTV News. I'm Ian Locke. The Lake Orion High School Thespian Society recently brought Shakespeare to Wildwood Amphitheater. The society performed the play Much Ado About Nothing on September 15th and 16th. The comedy focuses on Benedict and Beatrice, who constantly argue with each other while their friends attempt to get them to fall in love. The auditions for the show were held last year before school let out for the summer. The Thespian Society held rehearsals 3 times a week, going over many things such as dance, line memorization, and choreography. The students had the ability to be as creative as they wanted since it was a student-run event. The production also allowed the incoming freshmen to make new friends going into high school and for thespians to grow as actors. The second annual A Mother's Wish 5K 10K Walk Run is coming soon. A Mother's Wish is a nonprofit organization that aids families struggling with breast cancer. The event raised more than $24,000 and had 500 participants. The organization has helped 27 women and their families this year. A Mother's Wish provides the families with financial assistance, comfort items, equipment needs, groceries, and other items they may need as they combat the disease. The walk run will take place on Saturday, October 6th at Lake Orion High School. For more information, or if you wish to register or donate, visit www.amotherswishmichigan.com. Those looking to travel on the Paint Creek Trail over the next few weeks will have some trouble as the trail is being serviced between Tinkin and Dutton roads. The City of Rochester Hills will make repairs to 3 bridges between Tinkin and Dutton. Repairs began on September 10th and construction is expected to last a total of 4 weeks. If you are traveling on the trail during this time, plan your trip accordingly, as you will not be able to get through the work area. Suggested parking areas include Dutton, Silver Bell, Gallagher, and the Paint Creek Cider Mill, Clarkston and Kern Roads, or the Atwater parking area behind Kentucky Fried Chicken in Lake Orion. For up-to-date information on the construction, visit the Paint Creek Trail website at www.paintcreektrail.org or call them at 248-651-9260. Following the major renovations that took place in downtown Lake Orion in 2011, the village's Downtown Development Authority has been exploring ways to lure visitors and new businesses into Lake Orion. The DDA's board decided that one way to do that is to create a unified brand that could be used in major marketing campaigns. September 13th, representatives of the village and the township gathered in the Village Hall for a presentation that unveiled a rebranding of Lake Orion. Ben Muldrow of Arnett, Muldrow & Associates presented new logos, colors, and text that will be used in future print ads, promotional materials, and even banners and signs. The DDA Executive Director explained how a grant from Oakland County helped make this all possible.
As part of the Main Street Oakland County program, we are eligible for various tech visits through the county, and we're able to pick what topics we would like them to come in and help us with. And so we pursued this branding and marketing strategy, and we asked if this could possibly be an opportunity to use our tech visit to help pay for this consulting service that we have wanted to participate in since the streetscape completion. So we were awarded that, and that helped pay for this project, and the rest came out of the DDA budget.
Those in attendance seemed to be impressed with the presentation, and it's hoped both township and village, as well as businesses and organizations, will all hop on board to utilize the new look in advertising and promotional materials.
Well, the importance is being able to get all of the organizations, in addition to the village and the township, all working off the same page because they've got limited resources that they can use. So being able to collaborate and have a shared message allows those resources to go much, much farther. And it really is, it's an exercise in efficiency and being able to help the organizations to make their money go farther.
I think businesses will definitely get on board. Anytime that you have a unified brand or image for a community that you can build on, it only benefits the businesses to help residents, community members, and those from outside of our area identify with our area in that it is a great destination.
People that are shopping downtown, people that live in this community, often don't see the line between the township, the village, the DDA district. They just see Lake Orion. So it's very important that we promote Lake Orion, whether you're the chamber, the library, ONTV, the high school, Orion Township, we all should be promoting Lake Orion together.
Following some minor tweaking, the DDA hopes to roll out the new marketing campaign this fall, officially unveiling it at a volunteer appreciation event in November. Expect to see the new logos and artwork on any materials promoting holiday events in the village. New banners may appear along the streets of the village next year. We're going to take a quick break, but when we return, we'll have a special report from DDA Branding on the Orion Center Classic Car Show. You're watching ONTV News. Stay tuned.
We own a Habitat home.
I love working on my Habitat home.
Soy dueño de una casa de Habitat.
My neighbor is a Habitat homeowner.
Being a Habitat homeowner has changed our lives.
My mortgage payment for Habitat is less than what I pay for rent.
Habitat for Humanity of Oakland County currently has homes available with mortgage payments lower than most rent payments. If you or someone you know needs decent and affordable housing, call 248-338-1843 or visit our website at habitatoakland.org.
Prescription drug abuse is a national epidemic. The new in way to obtain drugs is through parents' or grandparents' medicine chests. Removing prescriptions from your cabinet is the best way to keep drugs out of the hands of our young people. We've got to work together to protect our teens, our seniors, and our environment. Clean out your medicine cabinet today. Please participate in Operation Medicine Cabinet and drop off your unwanted or expired prescriptions at one of our law enforcement drop-off sites in Oakland County. We can't ignore this situation anymore.
Welcome back to ONTV News. I'm Ian Locke. With the arrival of fall, the classic car show season begins to wind down in the Metro Detroit area. Here in Orion Township, car owners and enthusiasts enjoyed one last big bash with music, food, and several hundred spectacular cars. DDA Branding has a story.
On Saturday, September 15th, Golling Buick GMC hosted the 6th annual Classic Car Show benefiting the Orion Center. Approximately 4,000 visitors enjoyed over 500 cars representing various decades and a wide variety of manufacturers and colors, such as this hot pink Cadillac owned by Lloyd Berry of Rochester Hills.
When I was at Graceland, the caretaker there gave me that color of one of Elvis's cars. And I brought that little can home and I painted this that. Then after I got it painted, a 21-year-old kid out of Flint says, these stripes will look good on that Cadillac, because I done had it painted that color. And a 21-year-old kid did all my striping for $100.
Wow.
Detail and all.
Ron Zilka of Lake Orion brought out his powder blue 54 Chevy convertible. He told us this show is one of many local car events that he attends.
Well, I head down to Culver's on Tuesday night, and I like gowing. I've got all gowing cars in my garage. And well, I've had it for 12 years. I've never touched it except for the powertrain. And it's got a V8 in it and all the power brakes, power steering, disc brakes. And it drives like a brand new car. And it's rare. 54 Chevy convertibles are not very popular. There are not many around.
Tom Cost of White Lake told us why he enjoys bringing his Bonneville to events like this.
You usually come to this one every year. They put on a pretty good show, so it's a nice day. Why not? Well, I don't do as many as I used to, but every once in a while it's just nice to come around, see the cars, show mine, talk to the guys. There's a camaraderie in the old car stuff. So.
And can you tell us a little bit about the car we see behind you?
I restored this one I finished it in '07. I pretty much restore a car every year, but this one's my keeper. And I restored it in '07 completely, frame off. And there's a lot of special stuff on this one. This is actually the third 61 Bonneville I've done, and just got another one I'm going to start on this winter.
The car show is free to the public and to the car enthusiasts who came to show off their prized possessions. The show generated money for the Orion Center through sponsorships and donations. The Orion Center houses the township's Parks and Recreation Division, as well as the Senior Services Division. The car show was a juried show, and judges awarded trophies to participants in a wide variety of categories. Inside the service area, local nonprofits and organizations set up shop to raise awareness of their own cause. And what do you think this event does for Lake Orion as a community?
Well, I think it helps us for a lot of reasons. Number one, you get a lot of the car enthusiasts who don't necessarily live here and maybe wouldn't know much about our community, but they come here because of this event, and hopefully there's some spillover effect economically. People will maybe stop at a restaurant and get something to eat, or they'll think about Lake Orion the next time they're out running around. Hey, let's stop up in Lake Orion. It's a neat little town. So I think that it has that kind of an effect, and then I think for the people who already live in the community, it just makes them feel good about the fact that people are out here supporting the senior center.
Weren't just practical and fuel efficient, they were unique pieces of art like the 62 Corvette. Reporting from Orion Township, I'm Kayla Brandon with ONTV News.
Thanks, Kayla. There are only a few more Orion Township events on the calendar as we enter into the fourth quarter of 2012. Next up, the Doggy Dash and Pet Expos is scheduled to take place on Saturday, October 6th in the dog park. The Doggy Dash is a casual 1.24-mile dog walk that promotes a healthy lifestyle for people and pets through physical activity. There will be a variety of demonstrations from grooming, obedience training to health and nutrition. The event runs from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Contact Orion Township's Community Programs Department by calling 248-391-0304 extension 205 for more information. Speaking of cars, be sure to tune in to ONTV to see some of the most famous names in racing walk across the stage during the 2012 Motorsports Hall of Fame ceremony, which took place in Detroit at the end of August. The 2012 class of inductees included names like IndyCar driver Danny Sullivan and Ricky Johnson in the motorcycle category. Ed Pink was inducted in the drag racing category and Derek Bell in the sports car category. The late Neil Bonnet of NASCAR fame, Pop Dreyer and Vince Edelbrock Sr. were all inducted as well. The event was emceed by David Hobbs, a Hall of Famer himself. One of the highlights of the ceremony is when five-time Sprint Cup champion Jimmy Johnson showed up to present his longtime friend Ricky Johnson for induction.
Not often do I think a racer has a chance to induct his hero into the Hall of Fame, and I have that tonight. Rick and I have a long history together. Goes so far back as he actually changed my diapers at one point in time. My grandparents owned a motorcycle shop in Southern California. I grew up on two wheels. Our family has had so much in common with the two wheels. And Rick was even my first sponsor and got me started in motocross. So such an honor to have that aspect of my life, and it was so cool to have that aspect of my life as a kid, to look up to him and to idolize him. But what really made things interesting was later in my career, when my professional career started, I was able to be teammates with him. And I was able to kind of transition from that stage of looking up at my hero to actually looking into my hero's eyes and competing against him.
Sometimes you just need a little faith. So I want to thank all the people that help us and give us the faith to go out to lay it on the line. And I really, once again, I want to thank Motorsports Hall of Fame for inducting me. This is an unbelievable honor to be with such great guys. And to my heroes, driving heroes, Luke Johnson and Jimmy Johnson, great night. Thank you.
Ceremony took place at the Fillmore Detroit on Woodward on August 29th. Look for the program to air in its entirety on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 p.m. right here on this channel. Future goals for the mill race that runs along the Paint Creek were presented to the Oakland Township Board of Trustees meeting. The mill race has been dry since late 2011. Trustees Michael Bailey and Jason Kenyon have been working to try and maintain flow and restore water. Trustee Wade Trim explained the analysis of Paint Creek and mill race. They also evaluated the established flow requirements for the mill race and mill wheel. The requirements will make sure the wheel would turn continuously. The final goal will be to restore the mill wheel and the water wheel pond. A motion was made to move forward and research grant funding and do a soil analysis. The Oakland Township Board unanimously voted in favor of moving forward with the motion. For more information, you can go to www.oaklandtownship.org or call 248-651-4440. The Orion Township Public Library will host a brand new chess club every Monday at 4 p.m. beginning September 17th. Those interested in chess, from beginners to master level players, are welcome to the chess club. Youth librarian Kristen Reminar will be there to help those new to chess with any questions. The club is set up so families can make it to the library each week before dinner or homework begins. The club is open to anyone 8 years and up. The Orion Township Public Library is located at 825 Joslyn Road, Lake Orion. This program is free and open to the public. If you have questions or would like more information, please check the Orion Township Public Library's website or call the Youth Reference Desk at 248-693-3002. We're going to take another break, but when we return, we'll turn our attention to local sports. You're watching ONTV News. Stay tuned.
We own a Habitat home.
I love working on my Habitat home.
Soy dueño de una casa de Habitat.
My neighbor is a Habitat homeowner.
Being a Habitat homeowner has changed our lives.
My mortgage payment for Habitat is less than what I paid for rent.
Habitat for Humanity of Oakland County currently has homes available with mortgage payments lower than most rent payments. If you or someone you know needs decent and affordable housing, call 248-338-1843 or visit our website at habitatoakland.org.
Prescription drug abuse is a national epidemic. The new in way to obtain drugs is through parents' or grandparents' medicine chests. Removing prescriptions from your cabinet is the best way to keep drugs out of the hands of our young people. We've got to work together to protect our teens, our seniors, and our environment. Clean out your medicine cabinet today. Please participate in Operation Medicine Cabinet and drop off your unwanted or expired prescriptions at one of our law enforcement drop-off sites in Oakland County. We can't ignore this situation anymore.
Welcome back to ONTV News. Here's our local weekly sports wrap-up. We begin with football. Lake Orion was at home on Friday, September 14th, taking on OA Red opponent Stony Creek. Lake Orion was looking to move to 4-0 on the season, while Stony Creek was hoping to bounce back from their first loss of the year. From the opening kickoff, things looked bleak for Stony Creek. Nick Booker returned the opening kick 98 yards for a touchdown. The opening touchdown set the tone for the rest of the game. Lake Orion ran all over the Stony Creek defense, leading to a 42-0 lead at halftime. With a running clock in the second half, Lake Orion played their second and third lines. Lake Orion would allow Stony Creek to score once on a short dump-off pass from Sean Scullin to Joe Cox. Lake Orion's Jacob Miller ran for 82 yards and 3 touchdowns on only 5 carries. Derek Delura had a good game, passing for 97 yards and a touchdown on 13 attempts. Lake Orion improves to 4-0 on the season, while Stony Creek falls to 2-2. Lake Orion takes on the 3-1 Troy Colts this Friday at home, while Stony Creek defends their home turf against the undefeated Clarkston Wolves. You can watch replays of this game right here on ONTV, Comcast Channel 10, or AT&T UVerse Channel 99. You can also watch every home game from this season in its entirety on our YouTube channel. Surf on over to our website at orionontv.org and click on the YouTube link. On September 13th, the boys varsity soccer team was at home facing Birmingham Seaholm. After a rocky start to the season, Lake Orion had turned things around heading into their matchup against their OAA white opponent. Lake Orion came out strong in the first half with Justin Anderson scoring an early goal to take a 1-0 lead. Later in the half, Lake Orion would go up by 2, this time on an own goal from Seaholm defender Shant Tobzan. Just before the end of the half, Seaholm would be charged with a handball in the box, leading to a goal for Lake Orion off the Justin Anderson penalty kick. Lake Orion would end the half up by 3 goals, and with a scoreless second half, that's how the game would end as well. Lake Orion improves to 5-3-1 on the season and 3-2-1 in the division, while Seaholm falls to 2-1-2 overall. Lake Orion is tied for second in the OAA white with 10 points. Birmingham Seaholm sits in 5th place with 8. You can watch this soccer game on ONTV, Comcast Channel 10, AT&T UVerse Channel 99. Check our website's program guide for dates and airtimes. And like most of our sports programming, you can watch the game in its entirety in our YouTube channel. Just visit youtube.com/OrionOnTV and navigate to the Dragon Sports playlist. The Lady Tankers were in dual meet action on Thursday, September 13th against the Lakers of West Bloomfield. The Dragons were coming off a win on the road against Andover and were looking to keep the momentum rolling. The Dragons so far this season have shown solid depth and quality speed at the skill events. Their relays have been fast since the start of the season and have flirted with Division I state cut times all year. At the midpoint of their year, the Lady Tankers are progressing nicely towards their ultimate goal of a strong showing at the state meet. Against West Bloomfield, the Dragons met the Laker challenge at every turn and rolled to a 95-75 win. Improving their dual meet record to 3-1 overall, their only defeat coming at the hands of Clarkston on the road. ONTV will have continued coverage of high school swimming as the season moves along. Surf on over to our YouTube channel to watch the Dragons in action against Stony Creek. Visit orionontv.org, clicking on the YouTube link. That's all for this edition of ONTV News. Make sure and head on over to our website at orionontv.org for important news and information regarding Orion Neighborhood Television. You can also stay connected to ONTV by following us on Twitter and liking us on Facebook. For the entire crew here at ONTV, I'm Ian Locke, and thanks for watching.